Hey guys, it's your girl Shantae, and of course we're gonna keep it short and sweet. I am so excited for our special guest Snoop, who is a self-made millionaire,
Multi.
entrepreneur, author, and reality television personality. So everything is given coins of coining. Okay, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good, right here in like the middle of Harlem, you know what I'm saying? Black Mecca. So yeah, I'm feeling great. What about you?
I'm feeling good. Welcome. Have you been in New York City before?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm about to say welcome, but welcome. You came at a good time, so I'm glad that you're here. And I hope we're treating you well, because
Yes, for
Atlanta,
sure.
I know they treat me well when I go, so I hope that you get treated well when you come
I
here.
do, I do.
Okay, so you have Snooper for Love, right?
hmm
Which we could find on Amazon, Apple TV, Roku, Samsung TV, and Tubi. But how did the show come about?
So the show came about really like on the onset of me filing for divorce from my ex-wife. Was kind of spazzing out, announcing it on my Instagram. And several women kind of just started popping up in my DMs. And like I always wanted to be in TV and film, but I more so wanted to be behind the scenes as a producer, not necessarily in front of the camera. But I thought that it just would be a good idea to put together a reality show kind of similar to Flavor of Love due to a lot of the attention that I was getting, so I could kind of weed everybody out and make some money at the same time.
Heard you. Well, I love reality TV. Something I do is when I go home, I decompress for like about a good hour and get all the mess, all the juice. But what is your definition of love?
My definition of love is just having somebody that's got your back, that's there with you through the ups and the downs. You know what I'm saying? I feel like love is made like on those days where, the person is supporting you while you're sitting at the hospital, with your sick mother or aunt or father or child. It's on those days when it doesn't look pretty, you know what I mean? Because, when you vacationing, when you shopping, when you doing all of those beautiful things that are easy, of course you can feel love, but it's in those times when you really need love, when you can actually see if somebody truly loves you.
Well, absolutely. And I know this dating scene right now is a little bit tricky. So, what is a green flag for you?
A green flag for me is somebody pulling out their wallet, they
Oh,
pulling out their debit card, their credit card. They already know I got money, so it's like, I want to be able to see, that, you would be willing to, put out for me as well.
And what's a red flag for you?
Oh man, a red flag is somebody that is just about like what I have going on, and not me as a person. You know what I'm saying? So that's really important.
So, is the show still going on? Like, I want to know, did you find love yet? Or, if you could tell us a little bit about that.
So we're actually about to film the reunion. So we're gonna answer a lot of questions
Okay.
as to what I have going on in my dating world. If I'm still with the girl that I picked on the show, or if I'm with somebody else from the show.
Hey, look, it happens like that. Whoever brings out the bill, get the little check right, make it happen. So I know that you are also an author. Your book is called Grieve, Grow, Go, right?
Yes, so it's a two-part book. The first part is called Who is Snoop? And the other part is called Grieve, Grow, and Go.
Okay. Well, I want to first applaud you for speaking about such topics. I know that it's hard for everybody, but especially when you put it out there to the world, you don't know how it's going to be received. So I really appreciate you just speaking about that. Can you tell us what came about the book, or?
Yeah, so the book was something that I actually started in 2019. And it was really just supposed to be an autobiography about my life, just some of the trials and tribulations that I've gone through to become successful. How I was able to build an empire with a Grammy Award winning rapper, all of those things more so, business wise. However, life got to life in first in a positive way. I ended up getting married, but then my daughter passed, that same year. And so I just felt a lot of those things needed to be told. Because a lot of times, we do see people's like hard knock the road that they took to get to success. But then it's like, okay, they're successful and that's that, but you don't really hear about like when something devastating happens, how it is that they keep going, so that other people that go through those things can relate and know what to do.
Well, on top of that, I definitely want to tap into the book. I recently lost my grandmother, who was basically my mom, like about a year and a half ago. Thank you, and you as well. And then this past December, I lost one of my best friends. And so it's hard, right? Like, it's hard to balance yourself, your mental, your physical, your spiritual, everything. And I'm still finding ways to grieve, and it happens every day. You never really know. But what centers you? What gets you to be at a place where you feel like you can live again?
What centers me, I think just, my spirituality, my religious, beliefs, and knowing that I will see my daughter again. So that's something, that definitely centers me. And then traveling, man, I be having to get up and go. I try to change my environment, and then I don't work as hard as I used to. I just really believe in enjoying, the fruits of my labor more so. I've done a lot of that work and got that out the way.
Well, I love traveling too, and I know you, like I said, is into the business and multiple businesses, but what is one misconception you think people have about the entrepreneurship lifestyle?
I think one misconception that they have, a lot of people, don't realize that, man, when you the boss, you eat last. You don't eat first. You know what I'm saying? And so it can be very tough, especially as, your business may have made $40,000 that week. And, you signing payroll checks and almost all of it is going out, so it's very difficult. A lot of businesses really don't profit within their first several years. You got a lot of businesses that are living off of business loans and grants and things of that nature.
Yeah, I agree. Short and sweet is just me. So I definitely feel you on that. And what do you love about it?
Oh man, I love being able to call my own shots. I love being able to decide what I want to do each and every day. I love being able to put other people in a position to win, other people in a position to be able to provide for their families.
Oh, I love that. And I just have two more questions.
Okay.
Last one is, what do you want people to know about Snoop?
I want people to know that, aside from like the exterior, I come off, kind of hard, kind of stern at times, but definitely a very fun person, very loving person, big heart. I just choose not to wear it on my sleeve because, you can get taken advantage of, when that's the case.
And lastly, if you can title this chapter of your life, what would you call it and why?
Exactly the second part of my book, Grieve, Grow, and Go. At any given day, I never know what it may give, due to the grief. But, I'm growing through it and I'm continuing to go and to move forward.
Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to tap in and watch it to see if one of the contestants takes your heart, and definitely reading the book to learn more about you. So where can people find you?
Yeah, I wasn't going to leave before we did that. They can find me on Instagram at Who Is Snoop. They can check out my website, whoissnoop.com, and everything I'm affiliated with is on my Instagram and will lead them to all of the businesses, all of the opportunities, and therefore.
Well, thank you so much, and congratulations for Snoop and for Love. I can't wait to see it. And we're out. Short and sweet entertainment.